Houston, we've solved a problem. That's right, folks. Between clearing out the offices of USAID and also fighting off roving bands of Mad Max villains burning Teslas, and also tweeting 23.5 hours per day, Elon Musk somehow found the time to help astronauts stranded in space come home. Yes, NASA's Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams have returned to Earth after more than 9 months stuck in space. To put that into perspective, it takes 9 months for human pregnancies, most academic school years, and Kamala Harris to finish a coherent sentence.
So, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work and maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore.
What was supposed to be a week-long mission for the two space travelers in June 2024 turned them into the professor and Marianne when it was deemed too dangerous to return. Meanwhile, Joe Biden was too busy talking to a love seat he thought was William Howard Taft to do anything about it. In Biden's defense, it was a very big love seat. But now President Trump has already righted this wrong in just the first few months of his second term, when one of Musk's SpaceX Crew Dragon capsules saved the castaways, then splashed down off the coast of Florida on Tuesday after nixing its first proposed location, JoJo Siwa's head. That is an outfit. She makes choices, that girl. The capsule descended into a dramatic face-off with our atmosphere, dealing with the heat in the range of 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit, which also happens to be the temperature needed to mold Gavin Newsom's face out of wax every day. Once in the water and onboard Megan, the oddly basic B name given to the recovery ship, the astronauts were administered numerous medical exams in case they had, a stomach bug.
Oh no, not again.
And get this, as seen in an aerial view, at least 5 dolphins were spotted swimming around the capsule, bobbing up and down in the water, which many spectators found touching and beautiful. I, on the other hand, know, as a Florida dolphin expert, that they thought it was cocaine dropped off by Colombian cartels. Why do you think they're so jumpy? And the astronauts wasted no time readjusting to life back on their home planet. When asked about plans for their first weekend back, Wilmore said he was excited to see his family and attend a concert of his favorite musician, Puff Daddy. Who's going to tell him? I am, because it's time for Diddy Watch. Diddy is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York City, with his trial set to start on May 5th. That is a decision that will most likely ruin J-Lo's Cinco de Mayo. Meanwhile, more and more info is being exposed, and yet more and more of his friends are swearing they don't even know the guy. An already existing lawsuit was amended this past week to divulge some new names, including NFL superstar Odell Beckham Jr. Beckham, an all-pro wide receiver, was added to an accusation of sexual assault from a woman in Orinda, California. She claims Diddy watched while the crime took place, coaching the action like a sexed-up Vince Lombardi. Once again, apparently, the Packers won. Beckham was quick to respond, denying his involvement, saying he's never even been to Orinda, California, a city that before this story was best known as the place where The Sims was created. So that means, without Orinda, we don't have this.
But it's a fruby noob, rimpy fervor perbidex, wara ufa moonarex.
And then there was Christina K.K. Coram, whose name has long been tossed around as the Ghislaine to Diddy's Epstein. She was the musician's chief of staff, or maybe the chief of his staff.
Naughty, naughty.
As she's been accused of enabling criminal behavior and assisting in his. She addressed her involvement for the first time ever in a statement to USA Today, saying the allegations are all false. Big shocker there, and that she has never aided and abetted sexual assault or drugged anyone. I mean, wow. It seems like Diddy would just organize these massive freak-offs on his own. He's an organized and efficient guy. He'd prepare a party for hundreds of people, drive down to Costco himself, buy thousands of bottles of baby oil. He'd tend the bar. He'd cater the whole thing, cooking all day, putting the pot roast in the slow cooker. He manually carved those ice sculptures. He'd put out the good china. He'd pack the party favor bags full of condoms and this t-shirt. It sounds like this guy was a one-man party planning machine. No need to look any further. Case closed. Except there's even more stuff happening. Now, the weirdest of the new characters in this story is Maui Chief of Police John Pelletier. He was a captain back in 2018. He's now included in the Orinda Amendment, being pegged as part of Diddy's security team at the time of the crime. Guys, we should probably avoid the word peg during the Diddy stories.
Naughty, naughty.
Thank you for that. Now, you'll be shocked to hear Pelletier denies ever even meeting Diddy. This after Maui's mayor insisted Pelletier be put on leave for the connection. In response, Pelletier has now supplied the media with letters of support, claiming he could never have been in California because he was in Las Vegas at the time of the alleged crime. By the way, this marks the only time in history a man has used Las Vegas as an excuse to get out of trouble. Imagine a scenario where, God forbid, you or your loved ones face a serious threat. Your first instinct might be to resort to lethal force, but it's crucial to consider a safer, less lethal alternative first to avoid legal complications associated with firearms in many places around the United States. Introducing Berna. Berna's less lethal pistol launcher is equipped with tear gas and kinetic ammo designed to incapacitate an attacker for up to 40 minutes, providing a critical window for you to escape or get help while minimizing the risk of permanent harm. Here's a real-life account from a Berna customer named Adam. He was heading to his night shift and encountered a road-raging driver who swerved dangerously, stopped abruptly, and aggressively approached him. Remaining calm, Adam dialed 911 and armed himself with his Berna launcher. He aimed the laser at the aggressor's chest, which immediately de-escalated the situation. The driver returned to his vehicle and awaited the police. The officers confirmed that Adam's non-lethal response was perfectly judged. That night, Berna didn't just prevent a potential tragedy, it saved 2 lives without causing any physical harm. Berna is legal in all 50 states. It requires no background checks. It can be conveniently shipped directly to your door. Over 500,000 units have been sold already. Thank you, Berna, for sponsoring this video. And if you haven't yet, go check out this week's episode of Ben After Dark on Daily Wire Plus, brought to you by Berna. Apparently, everyone allegedly associated with Diddy was never actually associated with Diddy. They're all just disappearing. Just like Ellen Page. And how could a story like this take place without the presence of Kanye West?
Ye is in the building!
Well, this past week, Ye released a... Oh wait, hold on. It's time for Kanye Watch.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Now, this past week, Ye released a song called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine, featuring his daughter, Northwest, and live from police custody, Diddy. This is the rap equivalent to a new movie starring James Franco, produced by Harvey Weinstein. The track starts with Combs via prison phone telling Ye it means so much that the rapper, producer, and Nazi is taking care of his kids, to which Ye responds, "I love you so much, man." It appears the diddler has finally found his Joker. Now, as I said, the track includes vocals from his daughter, which is definitely a decision, and apparently one he made to spite North's mom, Kanye's ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. He posted screenshots of texts from her detailing a cease and desist letter she sent to stop the song's existence, which was apparently an official demand he then ignored. He said, to keep the track from going public, she was going to have to kill him. Then he deleted the song, and yet he's still alive. The space laser must be out of order. This all in the same week that he posted a video alongside Nick Fuentes, who is definitely for sure not a Fed. Allegedly. Ye introduced him as his white supremacist homeboy Nick, to which both of them grinned, while we see Kanye's newest necklace, a diamond-encrusted swastika, which Fuentes then described as cute and shiny and perfect with that outfit he just bought at Forever 21.
I wanted to be free with other creatures like me, and now I got my wish. Cause I know that I'm a gay fish, yo.
It does seem like even Ye's fans are getting tired of his antics, as the escalating attempts for shock value are receiving diminishing returns. You do have to wonder, though, what will he do next? No, he's not going to stoop that low. Now, one of my absolute favorite things about the left is their uncanny ability to be exposed over time. It's the feminist woke ally who's then revealed as an abuser, the socialist politician who has 2 beach houses, the congresswoman at the Met Gala wearing a Tax the Rich dress, custom made by a designer who also dresses Selena Gomez and Beyonce, who are very rich. Well, now we get to laugh at one of the loudest and most unhinged hypocritical Democrats of all time, Alec Baldwin. At this week's reopening of Planet Hollywood in New York, Alec and his wife, Hilaria.
My husband hates cebolla. I forgot it. Okay. Cebolla.
The Rachel Dolezal of Mexican culture walked the red carpet, eventually stopping to speak to Extra and revealing just who wears the pants in that relationship. Alec, who has spent years threatening rivals, getting kicked off planes, even punching a man over a parking spot, has apparently married a woman who completely dominates him. Or should I say, dominates him. When asked about the possibility of a second season to their TLC reality show, The Baldwins, which is such a car crash it gives Ted Kennedy PTSD, this is what happened.
We want more of this. Season 2? Do we know anything?
The Hilaria show.
No. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why. Yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show. No. I mean, I think this is a really raw show, and it's very real, and we took a lot of chances.
Oh my God. I'm understanding Alec Baldwin's anger problems now. We now see that family's real boss baby. It's so great finding out that Alec Baldwin's home life is just as unbearable as he is. I guess karma is real. It's amazing. You can just see it in his face. Unbelievable. He's thinking, for the love of God, somebody hand me a prop gun. Alrighty, folks. This has been yet another awful episode of Ben After Dark. We'll see you here next week.